Alright. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, you good? We good? I think we're good. Alright. So we got the cure for rheumatism. We're just gonna tell her.
Feeling alright?
I am feeling alright. I figured out how to treat
You
rheumatism.
made it into the palace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed. How is Nevia?
She's alive, but she wants to be left alone, and the treatment is willow bark.
Willowbark. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some.
Yep.
I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
I mean, he could snap and hurt someone. Kill someone, attack someone. A pot of finely shaved willow bark for medicinal purposes. Alright. I can do that.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
Alright.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Apollo, for smiling upon me. Rufus. Alright. I think it's becoming nighttime. Are you gonna attack someone in front of me? And that's what's gonna cause... Oh my. Oh my, all this lag. All the lag in the world. Are you... here? Huh. Oh, there you are. Isn't it like the bar? Hey, Rufus.
Looking a bit troubled there.
Any idea where I'd find a Roman plaque?
No idea what you're talking about.
Would you stop muttering like the deer over a cauldron? You'll
Fair
scare
enough,
away
whatever.
from customers.
About your
What
rheumatism.
about it?
Anyway,
I figured out a treatment, eat a pinch of this willow bark, you should feel better in no time. Can everyone stop talking?
Willow bark.
This
And this will work?
You're in a world of your own.
Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief.
On in the paw.
Waiting to be
This
found.
is what I've been praying
sounds
for.
like you're torturing yourself.
Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all.
God, huh?
Get some rest.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's a new day.
I've been
I suppose
in
you're
a
right.
lot of pain lately.
Mm-hmm.
The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith.
Yeah.
It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again.
Yep.
I owe you one.
Can you tell me where the thing is? I guess not.
See you around.
Alright. Can
On
I...
your best behavior, I trust.
Ah, you again.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
I have to with rheumatism. Change?
No.
No. You said you owed me one.
Ah. Who do you want me to vote for?
Sentius.
Fine. I'll vote for Sentius. But no
Look at
more
that.
favors. We're square.
Alright, I'll be
See
going.
you around.
Well, I changed his vote. I don't know if that'll do anything. Galerius. Decius.
I
Salve.
love your
Mauritius.
clothes.
On your best behavior, I trust.
So exotic.
Aurelia. Don't I have to talk to you?
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Aren't you like a bad person?
There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Mm-hmm. And you're as charming. Oh, stop it. No, please go. I'm not interested. Don't waste your breath. I know you're a horrible person. Well, you're as
Ugh,
charming as you're
coming
beautiful.
on a bit strong, don't you think?
Maybe. Why you came on to me?
I take back what I said.
Hmm.
Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore.
Well,
Let's
you're
just
pretty
forget
bad.
that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what
your
brings
best
you to
behaviour,
my
I trust.
tavern?
I'm looking for Kabesh, apparently.
Not for a few weeks now.
Ah.
Last time
Get
I saw
rejected
you,
by Aurelia.
you were
Great.
sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered.
Did you hear something?
The one word I kept hearing was vanishing. And then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
Okay. What's your story?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
What? You know me out of here.
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
Great. That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out.
And now you're lying?
I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about.
You gonna give me
and
hemlock?
I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Tell me more about what I'd be buying.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you,
It's hemlock, I
you'll
know.
never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
If you have a way out, why haven't you used it yourself?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet.
It's
I
poison.
like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
It's a scam, I know.
Ha! It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, "Let the buyer beware," right outside my tavern.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Great. What about some gossip?
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
I mean, here you
Have
go.
you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around,
I mean, I
caked in
knew that.
filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Another 10
I
denarii.
hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Alright, something
Whatever
else.
you like.
And I'll be
All
going.
right. See ya.
Can I get some hemlock from you? I know you got some. Graffiti, let the buyer beware. Weird. And many substitutions of the one. Fish sauce. Cavalry helmet, right. Roman shield, a job of Roman shield known as Facceptum. Alright. A legionary's banner from the first Italica. This must belong to Horatius. So Horatius lives here.
Galerius.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't
You,
control.
Tantalus,
Yeah, but-
cannot catch the drops
keep
of water,
thinking,
and the
what if there
tree
is
you
something
grasp
out
at eludes you.
What if she's out there somewhere, suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself.
He is.
Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah. Hey, Olivia. I know about
Just
the
as
secret.
the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the
The
souls.
only one with coins.
But it does not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
I mean, yeah, you were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane.
Are you back though?
I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
I mean, I would. Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Right.
The sluggish Styx exhales vapor,
I
and
mean,
by
does
that
it?
way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and
it
the newly
thorny?
arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace.
Yes.
As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows
Well,
wander
there are bloodless
without
shadows.
flesh or bone.
Oh, they have flesh though.
Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths.
Oh, that's locked down.
Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, and still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice.
That's
And
pretty
now
good.
we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Alright, go ahead. Talk to Livia about being in the underworld. Pandora's box. Gallus and Magistrate considered by rather drink Aurelia's special brew. Right, prototype. Zipline. Galerius. It's a poem. My life has been tortured 7 labors. I've read this before.
Hilarious.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla.
Yeah. Model arena. A small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona Arena, which was
From what I
completed
hear,
in the 1st century and is still in use today.
Anyway, I
Right.
thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Virgil.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do?
Laudanum.
What if she's out there somewhere suffering,
Graffiti.
waiting to be found?
Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally.
Leave that for the gods.
Domitius.
Try to relax.
Dice tower.
Get some
A
rest.
metal dice tower designed to stop you from cheating when rolling dice. Clearly cheating must be a problem among Romans.
I suppose you're right.
Vidi vidi vici. Where does this thing go? Huh. Oh. Virgil, hello. I've spoken to you before, right?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to our little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
I've spoken to
I
you
hear
before.
we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
Thank you. Well, I'll be going.
Nice to talk to you.
Probably can change your vote too, can't I? Who are you gonna
Well-
vote for?
Malleolus is talking about loosening
Change?
my... Nice to...
Alright. Well. Goose eggs. A bunch of goose eggs laid by City Goose. I could have probably turned them into gold, couldn't I? Now I have just some goose eggs. Goose eggs.
Salve.
Here's a goose. Honk. Alright. This is where he grows the vegetables and all that people eat. Does one guy do all this? I guess Virgo helps. Huh. Well, let's not fall down there. What's this? Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Good chance to finish. Right, I read that already. Could you, like, get out of the way? I got work I need to do. Cannot believe she's balking me like that, dude. That is so rude. Alright, what's in here? Ooh. Note from Kabash. A dream diary from Kabash in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Ketty. Oh, Ketty? That's not Charon. Maybe it's Charon? Kabash to Kabash. I told Lucenia about the dreams I've been having and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there as always, his face shrouded in shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again he introduced himself as Ketty and told me he dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if he meant something I couldn't understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly until I know who was Ketty. I know who was Ketty. Charon, carving of a lion. Looks Egyptian. Oh, I guess Ketty was Egyptian. A strange old vase made with geometric shapes. It's definitely not Roman. Huh. So he was carving sphinxes. Why would you have these around here? You know? They look extremely creepy. Or I guess I know more because... Yeah, this guy has him in his room. Rufus. 11 denarii, incomplete note. Figure out who's threatening Virgo. Alright. Persuade Rufus to stop threatening Virgo. Alright. Hey Rufus. Ask Fabia? Don't need to, I figured out who it was. Rufus. No. Let us meet to elect our magistrate. Great. Well, I changed one vote. The only way out is interrupted tragically. Alright. Everyone's heading out to elect a magistrate. Avid reader, read 10 different graffiti. Right. Everyone's gonna vote for Malleolus. It's time the election is on. Where is the election? I mean, this is the forum. This is where an election would take place, I suppose. Old chest. Look at that. It's just free money. How much money I got? 1,500? I just need 500 more. Old scroll. An old scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the Golden Rule. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Dearest the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom. For his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching and deserving of some contempt. Wait, I didn't get to read the whole thing. Oh, there is. Who among us has not awoken at night in cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great threat, the sword of Damocles that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating the many shall suffer for the sins of the one is evidence that Golden Rule is very real. But this is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. This message was inscribed does not make it true, any more than if I were to inscribe Deuterus the Younger is a god. Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evidence that the Golden Rule is real. You need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around the city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support this conclusion. When we read the story of Venus bringing Brigmolian's sculpture Galeria to life, we do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? I mean, so you collected them. They were all in one spot, huh? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. After years of living in fear, there's only one way for me to prove that the golden rule is for falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. Let us see once and for all if the golden rule is real as I strike one of you with my fist. Obviously, that didn't go well. These are all the people gathered here. Find the treasure using the golden bow.
As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Sentius.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Okay.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Sentius.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
Alright, clap, clap, clap.
That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden.
Tyrant, huh?
For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
It is real.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
That's pretty bad.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
Still break the golden rule.
You doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer the sins of the one.
Yep. Run. Alright, Sentius, let's go. Where do they all get the bows from, though? Okay, so this is what breaks the golden rule, huh? Alright, but now I have the Denari and a whole bunch more stuff. I can at least stop the suicide. Put me back in. I got the money as well, so I can give him the money so he won't kill me. Yeah, I know. Everyone knows.
Salve, friend.
Emulcifier, I need to take care of some things, and I need you to take care. Okay.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Hilarious. Ilua is dying, but Luciana can't help her without this sulfium. Take some of it and go quickly. You kindly regard this rheumatism. Give him stuff of entering the empty shrine. Tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there. Oh. Ilua is dying, but Luciria can't help her without this sulfium. Take some of it and go quickly.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Okay, Rufus has become agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it'll calm him down.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at Rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it.
And stop by entering the empty shrine of the new arrival. You'll find what you're looking for in there.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Alright, go.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Yeah, sure. Go get it done. Alright. Now I can do... Okay, so I see. I can just have him do it. Like an automaton. While I go do other things. Right, get to that pot over there and get even more money. There's a chest over there, right? I should just follow him and see how where he goes. $250 coins, alright. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount. This is the Great Temple, right? This is where... This is not a... What's his name? The underworld god. It's Hades, but the Greek version. What's he called? Pluto? Yeah, there you go. Pluto's temple. Yeah. Hello.
Welcome to life.
I need to talk to Ophius.
Alright, well...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh,
nope.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What?
Why do you...
I'm
sorry.
Please, help.
I'll talk to him. Is this what Scintilla would want? You don't believe I told you. Maybe I can help solve it.
If I backed up...
Lucia was able to get some sulfium in time to save her life. It's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
I do. Actually, I
really?
do.
Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then?
No, you'd be free.
Do that for us? A couple of complete strangers?
Yep. Of course.
It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
No, thank you. Oh, here's your money.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately.
Do I ever do this every time?
There was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
You could vote the other way. Tell me about our relationship with Scintilla.
Ah. And there it is. Alright. Scintilla and I were in love.
Yes.
And then, 22 days ago, she went missing.
Why don't we start from the beginning?
Alright. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus' villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her. Standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa, I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful.
Pretty
and
good.
Then she looked up and saw me and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her. And from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done anything for her. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night.
You don't know
All
anything?
I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was. Scintilla was the one thing that made my life bearable. But with her gone, things unraveled quickly. You saw how bad it got.
Pretty bad. You think she escaped?
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how, or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened?
Any ideas who might have taken her?
My guess? Malleolus had something to do with it.
Well, maybe.
He is without doubt the most evil man I have ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the Golden Rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things.
Search the locked room in Manus Villa for Scintilla. I've already tried that. There's no sign of Scintilla there.
I see. That was the only idea I had. I'll give it some more thought. Come and find me a little later. I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
Well, you will tomorrow. Octavia, can I talk to you as well? Anything else you gotta say?
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you're here. Can I help you with something?
I'm looking for a Roman plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, I couldn't in good conscience give it to you. That's all I'll say.
Perhaps the magistrate will let you know about your beliefs. Or fair enough.
Even if I had... What you're doing is disgusting, and it's not going to work. Shame on you.
Alright, I'll be going.
Oh, that's a shame.
Prompt Octavia to visit the secret shrine. Wait, really?
Lovely to...
So you're a Christian.
Please, there was a...
I'm looking for a Roman plaque that is removed from the obelisk. Can tell me where that is.
Even if I had seen it, and I'm not... There was a...
The secret safe with me.
Ah.
Alright. Alright, well, there's a couple of things I want to do still. So this is the palace, right? So we're inside of this place. I mean, it's full of steel statues, so not a very good place. Yeah, I need the money, because I only have 1,000 denarii left. And I guess every time I want to save his life, I gotta cough up 2,000. Although there's 1,000 at the forum, isn't there? I wonder if there's anywhere else with such a high amount. Such a large amount, I
I
should say.
hope you're coping.
Oh, hey, Lua. I have some questions to ask you, I think.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Golden
Our
rule.
priestess, Equitia, once told me it's the god's way of creating a city without sin. But if that's the case, then whichever god is responsible for it didn't think it through. I mean, all it really does is make bad people better at hiding their sins, and good people too frightened to stand up for themselves. I've seen Malleolus, Claudia, and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans, they don't cry easily.
They've never physically hurt anyone. But the point is, they don't have to. They've got people running scared because everyone knows Malleolus is the favorite to win today's election.
Don't worry, I'm working on that.
Really? Then I hope fortune smiles on you, friend.
Alright, I'll be
All
going.
right. Goodbye.
You go handle your business.
Ave.
Ave, Ave. Right, I'm gonna head down here. I know you're gonna warn me.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I am, actually. I know about your creature, don't worry about me.
Well, it's your funeral.
Yeah, unlike you, I actually have a weapon. I'm just gonna shoot this guy and see what's up. It's not really that scary of a creature anyway. Two good shots. And it's already down. Alright. Oh my. You can climb up that, for sure. I don't know if it's a way out. Coin pouch, lunar pendant. A lunar pendant. There's a Latin inscription on the back which reads Sendia Diff. Take it. I gotta show it to Scintilla. Or whoever else supposed to show it to. I didn't really read. I'm not really much of a reader, apparently. No, I do love to read. That's just a lie. Coin pouch, quiver, crushed creature. An emancipated human-like creature spotted in gold. Deposits have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. So cisterns are not for bathing, right? They're for storing water. I believe so. What I can do is shoot the algae. Yeah, and that lets me climb up here. Oh my, 700 right there. This golden bow is pretty useful, huh? Alright, is there anything on this? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we're done. Okay, we'll go over to the hidden... Where is it gone? How the hell did I get to it the first time then? It's on one of these walls. I did this. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Goes me up. The climbable approach, maneuver, space. Then use WSD inputs maneuver whichever direction. Alright, well I guess it just works. Oh my. Alright, I'm up here. Captive. Is this Scintilla? What the hell's going on with you? Alright, someone's being a real jerk. Is this not against the golden rule? Hello, captive.
You? Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm Emulcifier. Nobody sent
Do
me.
you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What is going on?
I'm Scintilla.
Scintilla,
I
there
found
you
a way
go.
out through the gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up.
wants to keep us all here forever. Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
Who did this to you?
Sentius,
Oh.
my adoptive father. Furies, help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
How has Miss broken the
I
golden
don't
rule?
know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
Where is the way out?
Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
What will you do if I release
I'm
you?
going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
What about the others?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
Sounds like a trick or something. What if I don't even know if they're ready to escape once golden rule is broken?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
What do you mean he's here? Everyone... Okay, sure.
Thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
She's gonna kill me or something. Oh no, he's actually coming. What the hell?
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I told
So
you.
that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me.
So you're a villain, huh?
It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
How do you know what Al? Oh, you remember Al?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles.
I mean, I stole
and
something.
because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation.
I mean, I only had like 6.
I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life. Just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly.
Yep.
I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 4?
4,
Not
apparently.
many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you
I think
going
you're
to
gonna
do
die.
about it?
Figure out who was gonna break the golden rule, knowing I would fail. Every
Of
time.
course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this, but where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again, forever. And I will continue living long after your dust.
If you knew there were a way out, even keep it a secret.
Why? Isn't it obvious? because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping.
You're a real
and
jerk.
as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Let's see you cheat your way out of this.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
Yes, you probably could, but I'm gonna let her have this one.
Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Oh my god, she just set you on fire. How the hell did you do that?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Create a time paradox. Oh. Point of origin. I guess if he's dead, he can't create the portal that allows me to go. Oh. Now Al is here. I think I got to the end game super quick.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone.
Albert.
I'm Al.
Albert, I came in here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Emulcifier. I was hoping you'd know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name.
Really?
It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law.
Who wrote it
It
all
said
down?
the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Oh, okay. Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I was arrived in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have suicide note you carved on the tablet.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar?
It's your writing.
I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
Apparently. I helped until I killed the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Yep. Now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How would we get out of this place?
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in the cistern. Follow me. Okay. Is this the end of the game? Apparently, I just finished the game. There were a lot of quests, and there was an whole election I could have been, and I mean, it does look like I am out. Return to the river. There's a lot of ruins here. Are you boarding it up?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Yeah. This does seem like the end of the game. But this is where we started, right? We walk across with the temple. And is Karen still here? Karen? Yep, there she is. Hey, I'm back.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
Charon. I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered your real name is Charon.
I see.
Oh my.
I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
I do. Who are you?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I'm sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
And what truth is that?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
And how did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma.
Okay.
Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes.
As you wish. You were murdered. You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done.
Was it Al?
He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth.
Guess
You
so.
were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here.
So what's so special about these coins?
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river.
Yeah.
Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
Okay. Yeah, why?
That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
Can you return us to the land of the living?
I
Yes.
see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself. Look! Here comes Al now! Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
Yep.
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here.
Possible,
I
I guess.
think she meant for you to read it.
Really?
Here, take a look.
Alright.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this. but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Cynthia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Alright. No other pages? Take it.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, get on, ferry us home. Did I just win the game? Oh, we got ending 2 of 4. Reached the one that got away. How many might have survived if you had confronted the god of the underworld? Should I have escaped to continue? Okay, so I never got to the first, I just went to the second ending directly. Huh. Okay. And that's the credits. Okay, that's one of the endings. Obviously, I'm not done. Definitely not done with the game. There is still a lot to do. A lot to do. So he was the bad guy, holding the thing in place. He had memories of whatever was happening. And when she found out that there's a door that leads out, the cistern. Okay. If I go up there, I guess it starts, you get to the upper cistern. It starts the ending part. We could also confront the god of the underworld. And do that. So that's 4 tablets. Okay, so we still have stuff to do there. Ancient Roman god. Whatever. That's the cast. Got a lot of people worked here. Get this game. I mean, this is a great game. Obviously, I'm not done. I gotta get all the endings. There's probably a secret ending as well. In this one, what happens? Right? What about the I and Al both survive? If we get out of here, go back to civilization. Sure, that's good. But only only she survives, right? Everyone else is dead. So that's pretty bad. I think there could be a better way. Look at Horatius, my god. Brendan McCoy, great beard. Very big beard. But yeah, we could do better. And there's a lot of other stuff to do. Get the 4 tablets, speak to this guy. There's a spirit person. There's I don't know, there's a whole lot of stuff. Lauricia, yes. Malleolus. Yeah, what the changing the election. You don't know what happens when he wins instead. Then the golden rule is not broken in that spot. Also, how was it originally broken? Is it the assassin going and killing someone? Or is it just always this thing that happens? The meeting. Then I can also make the meeting be faster. I don't know what that does. I guess that time, yeah, the first time I made the meeting go faster and that caused... Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Not the meeting, the voting part, you know what I mean. That's all the people. Published by Dear Villagers. Alright, we're already at the publisher stage. What about the developers, the people who actually wrote the code? People like me. I'm a programmer. Alright, code. Alright, well. Should I even watch this? I'm just gonna continue playing it. Again, very slow players. You know what? Tab escape to continue. Let's just continue. To end the episode here. Obviously, there should be an option to go to continue. You know, the game. Right, the Forgotten City. Press any button. Continue as Emulcifier. Sure. Where does that put me? It's gotta put me somewhere. I guess I go back to the start, like before this run. Or does it put me into a new day? Does Then actually start the game all over again. I don't know. Plenty of options. I hope I get to keep my inventory though. I know I didn't have that much money, but... Right, so this takes me to the captive weeping. If I just don't talk to her. Right, that's the exit. Okay, there's nothing really here I can do. Yeah, but talking to her just ends the game, so... I guess I just leave. I can just jump down, alright. Right, well, I guess we have this ending now under our belt. We could go for a different one. That makes sense. Because this ending is kind of easy. Yeah, this is the golden bow. Walk up there. She kills him, create time paradox, go back into the future, done. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But there must be others, you know? I mean, there are others, obviously. There's more endings. And there's also, if I look at this, quests, right? Point of origin. I'll be flung back to my own time and create a time paradox, change history in ways that except being in the past impossible. Send this to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule. He'll never create the portal. Impossible me to be in the past. That's done. And then this is intimidating voters into voting for malicious. A bound to notice Emperor Nero describes him having one green eye. Tells Entis suspect. Yes, Entis is the bad guy. Herculean task, collect all the plaques. Figure out how to make Malarius drop out of the election. Ask Malarius whether he's Quintius. Okay, that should do it. Persuade Rupert to stop threatening Virgil. Figure out how to stop the harassment. Figure out how to get Galerius ejected. It's the only way to free Dooley. Ask Galerius about running for magistrate. And figure out how to get him elected. Alright. And then Centilla. Show the pendant to Sentia. I mean, I know where she is, and then the plaques. And these are the complete ones. Quid pro quo, forget me not, run, common thread, execution. Alright, well, anyway, we'll save the game here. See you on the next one. Let's get some more endings.